Music lovers in Guwahati had a treat as the city celebrated the legacy of one of the iconic and loved musicians of the Northeast, Lou Majaw. Last evening saw the release of the documentary titled The Platinum Gong, which is a special tribute to the legacy of Lou Majaw. The film, directed by Sattyakee D'Com Bhuyan and produced by Deepak Chandra, is a love letter to Lou Majaw as he turns 76 this year. The documentary tracks the journey of Majaw in his own words, as well as of those associated with him over the years. Music lovers turned up in droves at the India Club to watch the all-new documentary, as well as enjoy some rocking music performed by some of the region's best musicians, including Lou himself. Meanwhile, talking exclusively to our colleague 𝗟𝗓𝗩𝗘, Lou Majaw talked of his love for music, what drives him to be so energetic even as he is set to turn 76, and more. Let's listen into that conversation.
I'm now being joined here by the man of the moment, Lou Majaw. The legend himself is celebrating his 75th birthday this year, and today this special screening of this special film has been made in his honor. So I'd like to ask with a very straightforward question, Lou, how does it feel at 75?
Blessed.
Blessed.
Right on.
Okay, suppose considering all the journey you have had so far, and today and now this year, very soon in April you will be reaching 75. How has been
76.
this 76?
Yeah.
Sorry. So how has been this journey so far till the so far till the stage?
Well, it's an amazing roller coaster. There's lots of downs and lots of ups, lots of sideways, inside out, everything thrown in. But it was a good ride.
Right back, you began like so many years back, like so many musicians and people whom we look up to. They say you laid the foundation for them. You were the man who set forth a legacy of rock and roll and reggae in the region. How was it? How was it starting from that point? Back in the day when Shillong was just a sleepy little town, if I may say so.
Yeah, I mean, there has to be a beginning always. Wherever you may be, there's always a beginning, and the end is endless. So that's where, things is very, very important.
Okay, and today, how do you feel the music scene is today? How much has it evolved since your time?
Oh, it has grown, to a large extent, because that's what progressiveness is all about. People now, they are more into present situation. They are more into rap. They are more into whatever it is, So, but it's okay. But rock and roll will always be there. Like the soul music, the blues music, the country will always be there. The folk music will always be there, because folk music is the mother of all music.
Your tries to folk music has always been quite interesting. Like, people may know you as someone who is a worshipper of Bob Dylan, or you're someone who has set forth a legacy of rock and roll and reggae in Northeast. But you have also been intimately associated with folk music. How do you describe that association?
See, because it's not that I'm a believer of Bob Dylan or whatever it is. My respect for Bob Dylan, not because he's as a singer or as a songwriter, but my respect for Bob Dylan is as a lyricist.
Okay.
So he's, we are blessed to be at this time and age that we have a man like him.
Okay. And coming back to my question,
yeah.
your association with folk music as such, how do you describe it? Over the years, you have also been intimately associated with the folk tunes that you have incorporated in your songs, or that you have to promote in the region and beyond. How do you describe it?
See, because like I said, folk music is the mother of all music. So that is the beginning, and from there, it branches to country, it branches to blues, it branches to rock and roll, and then to heavy rock, you name it, whatever it is. So that is the most important thing. When one realizes your roots, so that means it's a source of the source of music. So that means the source of all music is folk music. But then you have to grow if you want to grow. But then there are purists. See, in Assam especially, there are lots of folk artists For example, like we have recently Mrs. Dolly Das, God rest her soul. So she is like really into folk music, you know. So that's why, even now, that's why there's plenty. But in lots and lots of other places, folk music will always be there. Why? Because that is the, you know, it is the source. It is the living source. So from there you can always progress.
Lou, you have been performing for so many years, decades in fact. Countless shows you have performed in. I remember many years back when I was in college in Delhi University, there was a show. It was a packed show. It was a show I still remember with a lot of delight. Even now you're performing to packed houses. What does it feel like? What is the legacy that still draws such large crowds to your shows and like especially young people in your crowds? They come in the droves. What makes you think that even after all these years you have the magnetic power?
It's a love for music. That's it.
Okay. And today, like coming back to this special film that has been made for you, dedicated to your life. How like we want your how do you see this film? What was the process of being associated with the making of this film?
See, I mean, like the film, you won't believe it, but I'll be saying it today with everybody. Okay. Because while the shooting was on, so I didn't know whatever it is, because for me it was performing songs and music. So thanks to D'Com, who took over the reins to direct it, and to Deepak, who produced it, and so many other people who were involved for the film. And this is one thing which celebrates life. Maybe in this particular section it is to celebrate life of Lou Majaw at 75 years young.
Okay.
Okay, so come 14th April on your Bihu, Lou Majaw will be 76 years younger. Okay. So that means there'll be like this endless celebration kind of stuff.
Okay, so Lou, on that note, I just can't let you go without you humming a few of your favorite lines. Any songs that you feel like humming any time that you feel like? Can you please?
Sometimes I wonder what this world is coming to. Sometimes I wonder if you're feeling like I do. Okay. So that's what my song.
Okay. Thank you so much, Lou Majaw. And happy 76 years younger.
Younger.
Thank you.
God bless.
Meanwhile, for Sattyakee D'Com Bhuyan, the documentary is a tribute to Lou, who has been a major inspiration for the musicians of the region.
This special film about Lou Majaw, obviously we know he's a big legend in the Northeast, a sort of a musical shaman, an icon. Why Lou Majaw? Why did you think that no, you need a special movie, you want to make this special feature on his 76th birthday?
This was thought on his 75th, and he was also preparing a couple of gigs for his birthday. All birthdays are celebrations, but at a living legend at 75, still rocking down for a good 2-3 hours live, is an impactful story. Lou's for me is like a family member. I grew up in Shillong, and my uncle and he were very close friends, so I've seen him from a very nascent stage. Who better but to give the flavor of people like Bob Dylan and the classics that in that period, and I saw him in his entire formative journey. But when he was 75 years old and he said that I'll have 2 gigs, one in Guwahati and one in Shillong, I thought might as well film it, if nothing else, for the sake of posterity, that here's the man who made originals when we were young, albums in cassettes. First album I remember was called Breakthrough, and the second album was called Dance Your Ass Off. And Uday Benegal came in for the celebrations too, join the celebration. And in the film, it's very clearly mentioned on the voice of Uday, sharing his feelings. He clearly said that if everyone in the country thinks that we are the founders of rock and roll, reggae, and original solos and all, it's not us. We made our existence on Majaw's foundation. And that, I think, is a very significant moment in this film, the documentary which is called The Platinum Gong, because of his 75 years. And he says that Lou Majaw precedes us by a good 10-15 years with his, and because of media and the likes, everyone in the country doesn't know these stories. So in today's age of development with the digital age, I thought it's nice to save those moments, golden moments, in this film called Platinum Gong, a celebration of music. And we shot especially the two events in Guwahati and Shillong. I must thank all the musicians who joined together, Uday, Zubin for that matter. We were planning, in the planning stage, lockdown was on, and Lou said that if I like Zubin's Maya, and I had a word with him that, can you come and do a song? So we designed it that way. All the musicians came in to sing a couple of songs each for him, including Zubin. Uday came in with his set. And our musicians here, Rajiv, Noboni, Ritik Fukan, Joshua Kuya, Mrinmoy Goswami, they all chipped in with a couple of songs. Sumonda, I always seek his guidance, he's a very senior member. We lost Dhruva very early, Dhruvada. But again, all these members came in, just for love and affection. And that's how we thought that we'll save it, for the sake of posterity, like I said in the beginning. And finally we edited it and made it into this sweet little film called The Platinum Gong. It runs 17 minutes, couple of seconds. And it has those pointers. Rudy speaks in the film. Rudy says that I grew up likewise with Lou in Shillong, and growing up was a different experience. He had so much to give, and he is the pioneer, basically. So we thought that it will be nice if this story can be shared. And I must also thank the entire media setup for helping us to see this long journey coming sweet.